Most people fail because of this one mental addiction. People think failure is about laziness, lack of resources, or even bad luck. But more often, failure comes from something far more subtle, a mental addiction hiding in plain sight. It's not to money or power or success. It's the addiction to comfort. This one craving silently ruins potential, weakens discipline, and sabotages your future, all while making you feel safe. Comfort is addictive, and it's everywhere we live in a world built for comfort. Instant delivery, unlimited entertainment, social media validation on demand. And while all this seems harmless, it rewires the brain. The brain craves predictability. It rewards what's familiar. And once it learns that comfort equals pleasure, it starts rejecting anything difficult. Challenge begins to feel like a threat, not an opportunity. This addiction to ease becomes invisible. You don't realize it's holding you back because it doesn't feel destructive, but it is. It keeps you from doing what matters. The illusion of progress. Comfort gives the illusion of movement. Watching motivational videos, listening to podcasts, reading about success, it all feels productive. But if you're consuming without action, you're not building. You're just feeding the addiction in a more respectable way. You feel busy, but nothing changes. You learn, but don't apply. You want success, but only if it doesn't get too uncomfortable. That's not growth. That's mental sedation disguised as progress. Discomfort is where growth lives. Every goal, from fitness to finance, demands you step into discomfort. Waking up early, saying no, failing publicly, working without applause. These aren't glitches in the process. They are the process. The reason most people never build what they dream of, they keep stepping back when life gets hard. They treat discomfort as a signal to stop, when it should be a cue to lean in. Discomfort sharpens you. It humbles and teaches. If you're not uncomfortable often, you're probably not growing. Comfort is the enemy of discipline. Discipline doesn't come from motivation. It comes from discomfort training. You train your mind to do what's necessary, even when it's not easy. But if you always retreat into comfort, you never build that muscle. Every skipped workout, every late morning, every distraction you choose instead of your goal, all of it strengthens your addiction. And with each repetition, your mind becomes weaker. Not because you're lazy, but because you're overfed on comfort. Comfort feels good, but costs everything. Comfort protects your ego. It shields you from failure, but it also blocks every version of you that's waiting on the other side of effort. Want confidence? Face discomfort. Want purpose? Go where it hurts. Want results? Stay when it's boring. Everything worth building lives beyond the point most people quit. That's why high performers win. They're not addicted to ease. They're trained for resistance. The addiction shows up quietly. It shows up as, I'm too tired. I'll do it tomorrow. It's not the right time. These aren't random excuses. They're symptoms. Signs that your brain is choosing the path of least resistance. Again, most people don't fail overnight. They fail quietly. A day skipped, a choice avoided, a decision delayed, until it becomes a lifestyle. Comfort makes you soft, and soft doesn't build success. You can rewire your relationship with discomfort. Here's the good news. This addiction isn't permanent. You don't need to live in suffering. You just need to stop escaping challenge. Start small. Say no to the extra snooze. Choose the task you're avoiding. Finish the thing you started. Each act of resistance breaks the comfort cycle. Each rep trains your mind to do hard things on command. This is how discipline is built. Not with inspiration, but with repetition. You do the hard things so many times, it becomes who you are. Choose growth over ease. Daily. Every day you have two paths, ease or effort. One gives you comfort now and regret later. The other gives you friction now and pride forever. You can't have both. You either pay the price now or pay with your potential later. Success doesn't require perfection. It requires consistency. And consistency only exists when you stop making comfort the goal. Your future depends on what you tolerate. If you're still stuck, still frustrated, still watching success instead of living it, ask yourself this: what am I still addicted to? What kind of comfort am I protecting? And what would change if I finally let it go? The uncomfortable truth is, most people don't get beat by failure. They get beat by their addiction to comfort. Break the pattern, build the mindset, choose effort daily. If this helps shift your perspective, like, comment, and subscribe for more breakthroughs, because your next level is waiting just outside your comfort zone.